All right, real quick, I want to show you how to use Jamboard, which is basically the interactive whiteboard that Google has, and you'll be able to use that during your Google Meet, and I'll show you how to incorporate that as well. So I guess first I'll show a Google Meet, and then how to get to it. So if you have not used Google Meet before, the easiest way for you to get to it, especially if you're meeting with students, will be in this Google Classroom. Now, I want you to remember that that link should not always be there for students. You'll always see it, but the students can't. So you need to make sure that it's not visible to students. So make sure you click it on and off when students can and cannot see it. That should only be on during your office hours. As soon as your office hours are over, you need to go and turn that off so kids are not in there messing around with stuff. So now to go to Google Meet, easiest one is just to click on your own. It'll load. So they're getting ready to join. My computer's uploading a lot of videos right now, so it's being real slow. But you say go ahead and join now, or you can present. So I'm going to click present, and it's going to show all my tabs that I have open. So I'm going to show my Google Jamboard tab. And I'm going to hit share so the kids also see the screen. So you can see that this tab is being shared in Google Meet. So the kids will be able to see what I'm going to do. And so if you want to invite them, you just have to share it with them so they can edit it. So I'm going to show you some of these tools real quick. So this is the pen. It can be a pen, a marker, a highlighter, or a brush. I personally think the highlighter writes a bit better. So this is probably one you're going to use most, especially math teachers, if you're trying to work out a problem with the kids. And that's just a simple. It looks nice and neat. You can change colors, things like that. And you have the eraser, so you can erase stuff. But I know this can get a little tedious. So if you have stuff and like, oh, I'm just trying to erase it, just hit clear frame. And you have a little mouse where you can go back to your mouse. You can hit this little sticky note if you want to type a little note real quick for kids. Remember to brush your teeth. Just something to have on the side so they can have that and then move it over. Okay, just a little reminder. Or little math teachers can put little reminders on how to do certain steps. Make sure you carry your one or blah, blah, blah. You can add pictures in here, which I probably would suggest you do with your lessons because most of us don't have the Promethean software at home. But if you're making lessons at school, I would suggest using the Promethean software. And this little button is just a laser. It follows you around. Looks like it's writing, but it's not. It disappears. So if you have an image here, like on my next screen where I have this, share and smells, the kids can circle it so you know that's important. So here you can see that my background is different here compared to this one right here. It's just a blank white, and this is a grid. So this is gonna be really good, especially for the math teachers when you get to graphing. You just gotta click background, and there's some different options here. So they have the dots, they have some dashes, they have the graphs, different kind of colors, and then they have, I think this is just solid blue or black, which I also call chalkboard. So those are your options as backgrounds. You don't have to create them; they're already there for you in case you need to do a little graph, or it's just a lot easier to use whenever you're trying to work something out for the kids. So there's that, and remember, in case you ever write anything, just clear the frame. It'll clear sticky notes too, but it doesn't change the background. For the only way the background will change is if you change it here. And that is pretty much it for Jamboard. It's very simple to use. Just remember you can incorporate, upload images. You can search for images. So if I want to search for tigers, there's some pretty tigers here. If you're talking about some historical place you want to upload pictures of, all this probably should be done beforehand. So if I want to talk about New Delhi, spell it right correctly. Just pictures of them up there, things like that. But I mean, it's kind of like Google Slides, but it's more of an interactive way, so you can teach with the kids, and you can see that this whole tab is being shown through Google Meet, so the kids can see what you're doing and hear you while you're explaining it. This is probably be your primary method of the kids stuck on a question. This is how you're going to help them. So just remember that, and you can zoom in if you need to, or zoom out, whatever you need to do. And again, if you want to share it with the kids so they can also do the work, just hit share and then type in the kid's name that you're working with. And so yeah, just do that. Or you just copy a link and so they can come and visit it. So I'm going to stop this. And it says I stop presenting. So if you want to present again, you click what you want to show and discuss. Okay, so you just said I wasn't sure what this word said on This too, describe the digits of 2540. Well, what does describe mean? Well, you can show it here, that you can explain it to them. Thank you. I think this is Emily's. Yeah, for sharing your example. All right, but that is a short tutorial of Google Jamboard and Google Meet. I'd highly suggest you play with it and have some fun with it. Try to call some other teachers during our few days off, well, off prepping, and practice it. If you need me to help you prep, please let me know. I'll be happy to do it. And just remember, when you are done with the Google Meet, you make sure you go and turn it off. So like you see a little icon is there right now. You don't want that there. You want to go here in your settings and turn it off. That way students cannot see it. Because if some reason you leave it on at 5 o'clock still and you're going home, the kids can still get into it, whether you're there or not. So make sure it's turned off. All right, guys. See you soon.